What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel. If you guys are new, welcome. We are blowing past that 500 subscriber goal, on our way to 600 super fast. So thank you guys so much for that. And as a thank you, I am doing that little giveaway to 2 of my subscribers for those $5 Amazon gift cards. This is going to be the 4th video in the set of 10 that is the window for the giveaway. So you do have to be subscribed to the channel and comment on one of those 10 videos giveaway. The first one was my all 12 secret messages within the Grasp of Avers dungeon, and my last video will be on the 23rd of December, and I will pick those 2 winners on the 24th, and we will go from there. So that's just a big thank you from me to you guys for all that support over the past year. Now let's get into today's video, going over the Dawning event 2021, going over some nice little tips and tricks to help you guys get the most out of this event and get the best possible loot as fast as you can. So first off, we have 3 main things that the Dawning is really about: making cookies, earning the essence of Dawning, and then earning your Dawning spirit. Now the cookies is what you give to our NPCs, and they will give you gifts in return, whether it be rewards specifically like blue purple armor, or you can actually get gifts, actually wrapped gifts from the NPCs, which you open that have the specific loot from the Dawning, like your Glacial Chasm and your new Zephyr Sword. The essence of Dawning is what you use to actually bake all of your cookies, so it is a super important factor within the loot system of the Dawning. Lastly, we have our Dawning spirit, which you use to actually buy upgrades from Eva Levante, and you can also buy rewards from her once you progress a lot of these quests and get some of your triumphs done. So pro tip number 1 is going to be how to farm the Dawning spirit a little more efficiently using a couple of different methods. So if you played last season, you can throw on this ship right here, the Starfarer M7, because it has this special perk right here, Spirit of this Season, grants a chance of generating Dawning spirit whenever you find Dawning ingredients. So as you can see in the background gameplay, I am going through one of the Dares of Eternity. So anytime I get any of those ingredients, whether it be rare or common ones, I have a chance of getting that Dawning spirit, and it does seem to be pretty common when you are actually going through and using this ship. Almost every single time you get an ingredient, you are getting spirit as well. Now the spirit is super important to farm because of right here, we can get upgrades from Eva Levante that help us out in our Dawning quest for gear. So there are a couple of different ones, like you receive additional random ingredients when you complete your bounties, but I think the most important 2 are right here, Perkious Present and then Perky Presents, because these 2, when you get your specific Dawning weapons like this right here with your Zephyr Sword, it has a chance of dropping additional perks in those last 2 columns, in your left column and in your right column. So this just makes grinding for God rolls super easy, because you can have those chances of having 2 perks in both of those slots, making them way more versatile. Now if you don't have the ship to farm the Dawning spirit, you can actually get all of your bounties from Eva done. Your weekly ones will grant you 10 when you complete them, your daily ones will complete you 2, and then your repeatable ones, as you can see right here, will complete you 1 single spirit. Another way to obtain the spirit is from these triumphs right here in your Season of the Lost tab under the Dawning. When you turn in certain cookies to these people, it'll allow you to collect this triumph, and it'll give you Dawning of spirit for each of these. And then you can have this one down here, which gives you a gift in return, which these are the gifts that the NPCs give you for turning them in cookies, and this is what gives you those specific rewards weapon wise for the Dawning, like your Glacial Chasm and your sword. So the next tip 2 that I have for you is masterworking your holiday oven as soon as you possibly can. This is because once you masterwork it, it actually makes buying cookies a lot cheaper. Instead of 15 essence, you only have to spend 10 on these. So to unlock your masterwork in the oven, you actually have to bake 1 of each of these cookies, which is nice because it shows you what you need for each cookie, instead of like in the past you had to look them up or figure it out yourself what the combination of ingredients were for each cookie, and now they are right here. So once you earn them, you can just apply and actually buy or make a cookie right here and there. Now, you just have to make every single one of these cookies. Like I said, to masterwork, this season there was only 2 new ones, the Star Wars Thins and the Ascendant Apple Tarts. So once I made both of these, I was able to masterwork my oven, making it cheaper to farm all of these cookies, allowing us to get more rewards, because the more cookies you have, the more rewards you are getting as well. Now, to farm ingredients like your Vex Milk, any of these where you have to defeat a certain enemy type within an area to get them to drop, I was doing lost sectors, because you can specifically pick a certain lost sector that has, let's say, Taken. Go run through it a couple times and you will have a bunch of Taken butter after you go through this lost sector. This is just because you won't have to be fighting anybody else on defeats, so you can go through there by yourself and get these ingredients super fast within lost sectors. Now, another way to do it is actually within the Dares of Eternity, because there are a bunch of enemies. Now, you can't choose which enemy you're going to face, but whichever one it is, there are going to be a lot of them, so you will have a high chance of getting these materials, as well as your rare materials, because they do have certain things that you have to do to obtain them, like grenade launcher kills, stuff like that. So it is a perfect place to go where there is a high amount of enemies, where you can use anything and switch between weapons, from void, solar, between rockets and swords, between your stasis and your light abilities, and get all of these ingredients. And as you can see, lastly, we are going to be talking about the essence of dawning, which we use to make our cookies here. This is definitely the limiting factor throughout the entire part of the dawning, because you don't get it from turning in bounties or anything like that. It's just from doing certain activities like strikes, gambit, etc. Now, there are a few different ways to farm this efficiently, starting where you do have public events. Turning them heroic gives you about 10 to 15, and they are super fast to complete. Me personally, doing gambit and strikes are also super fast. You can do them about 8 to 10 minutes, and those will also drop about 10 to 15 per run, so you can get a lot of the essence super fast. But actually, the fastest way to get that dawning essence is actually, like it was last year, using your lure and doing the resets within the Wrathborn hunts to actually complete them without wasting your mods. So like I have here, you can do your Xylox. As long as you have both of these slotted, they can be the dormant ones. You load into the instance of dealing with the witch here, and then once you actually load in, before you go and destroy the witch, you reset your lure right here, and it actually goes through and gets rid of your mods. You refund them, and then you don't lose any of your charges, but you can still complete the mission and get 15 to 10 of those essences at the end, and you don't have to waste materials or your charges. You can just keep farming them over and over again. All right, but that's it for those 3 little tips and tricks. Make sure that you're using them to farm that essence and your spirit, and making as many cookies as you possibly can to get all this crazy dawning loot and get those god roll weapons. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.